It's off the record. It's Wednesday night. Everybody alright? It's off the record. It's Wednesday night. Hey, you better hold on tight. It's off the record. It's Wednesday night. K-On, I think they're ready. You tuned into what you tuned into.
Now give me my theme music.
Hey, how everybody doing today? Can you hear me back there, Miss Adams? Okay. Hey, great. Look, welcome to another episode of Off the Record. Of course, I'm your host, Kevin Young. And I'm glad you guys are tuning in today. So, what we got going on in Southern Soul? What I've heard over the weekend, what's going on? Okay, a lot of great shows. A lot of great shows going on. A lot of participation. Southern Soul is still growing. New artists still coming in, and new artists with good music. You know, new artists with good music. Notice how I say new artists with good music. That is a fact. So, how's everybody doing, man? So what shows did y'all attend this past weekend? Y'all put in the comments. Let me know what shows y'all attended this weekend. But I want y'all to continue to support these artists, particularly the ones who are who's putting out good music and the ones who cater to the fans. You know, because it's all about the fans. You know, I'm artist centric and I'm fan centric. It means they're important to me as a promoter, as a general manager of a radio station. I listen to the fans. You know, it matters because the fans are the paying customers. So you have to tailor to your fans. You don't have to if you don't want to. I'm just telling you that Walmart caters to their customers. You know, you can take anything back in Walmart. They'll take anything back. You know, I'm telling you right now, it's people that go in and buy lawnmowers and cut their yard for the weekend and take it right back. They wipe it off and take it right back. Walmart don't ask no questions. They take it back because it's all about the fans. They know where their revenue come from. Same thing with these artists. With the new artists, y'all give them a chance. You know, give them a chance. You know, I know we got the big 5 or big 10 over here, but give these new artists a shot. You know, because some of them really, really got good music. Like this young lady that's coming on here tonight, Chavonna Adams. She reached out to me maybe a year and a half ago. I think I don't know if I reached back or something here. So many people be reaching out to my inbox is full of everybody, so I can't reach everybody. So charge to my head, not to my heart. But we finally, talked and stuff, and she got some good music that's out. Matter of fact, one of her songs made it on the chart. You know, so I listened to it. I said, okay, well, yeah, this is Chavonna Adams. I went back through and looked at all my emails. I said, oh, this is her. You know, so y'all check out her music. Y'all check her out. But I'm gonna keep on here about 45 minutes to an hour. You guys get y'all questions ready. She's been over here in Southern Soul maybe a year and a half, maybe 2 years tops. You know, so but great person as I talk to on the phone. You know, I'm a stickler. I'm telling you, y'all know about me. I can pretty much tell your personality after about 5 to 10 minutes of conversation. I can pretty much tell, you know, because I've done that. I've served for 22 some years. I've dealt with all types of people in the military. You know, I know when you're full of it. I know when you're genuine. I know when you care. You know, I know when stuff bothers you just by me sitting down talking to you. So I got a good vibe with this young lady right here. So y'all do me a favor. Please share the live. I'm not going to hold her up. She's ready. I see her back there. She's ready for these questions. Y'all know how we do it on Off the Record. Y'all know how we do it off the record. So, let me say this right here. Man, I tell you, I was kind of flabbergasted earlier this week. Willie Clayton called me, y'all. The Willie Clayton. And guess what? He's coming off the record. Now, you talking about a history lesson? That is the Godfather right now. So next Wednesday, you make sure you tune in to Off the Record because Mr. Willie Clayton's going to be on here. And I got a whole bunch of questions I got to ask Mr. Willie Clayton because I want to know from start to finish how we got to Southern Soul. And if anybody can answer it, it's going to be the Mr. Willie Clayton. So y'all make sure y'all tune in. But look, I'm not going to hold y'all up. I want y'all to hear what this young lady got to say. So without further ado, I introduce y'all Miss Chavonna Adams. What's going on, young lady?
Hey, Kevin, how you doing?
I'm doing great. So where your banner at? Where your banner and stuff at back there?
This is a piece of artwork that I painted.
Really?
Yes, sir. It's 3D.
Okay.
I took and I glued the hair on and everything myself. So.
Oh wow. So
Yes,
you
sir.
really are. So you really are an artist.
Oh yes, sir.
So how you doing today? You doing okay?
Wonderful.
You ready to get started?
I am.
All right. So tell the audience a little bit about yourself and where you from.
I'm Chavonna Adams. I'm born and raised here in Kansas City, Missouri.
Okay.
I'm a
Kansas
soul
City.
singer and I love
Kansas City.
Yes,
Kansas
sir.
City. Is that where they make ketchup at? Or New York?
Kansas City is the home to the best barbecue, the Super Bowl champions, Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, whatever.
We are synonymous with jazz and blues and soul and all the good stuff.
Yeah, y'all cheated on that Super Bowl. I like Mahomes, though. He's a good guy. So look, so let's jump right in. Let's talk about this music business. So I don't know how old you are, so I'm assuming I know you're older than 35. So I know you've been singing for a minute.
Yes.
So at what age did you start singing and where?
I've been singing since I was a little girl and started in church. And my furthest memories are when I was 10 years old, singing at my 5th grade graduation, Having You There by the Mississippi Mass Choir by myself and getting a standing ovation. And the bug bit me, Kevin.
Wow.
And I've loved music ever since.
Wow. So at what age did you know, or did your parents, did your grandparents, did somebody recognize that you had talent?
About the 10-year mark.
10 years.
And then I joined a gospel group at 14 years old. I was the youngest member in the gospel group. And I was able to do some really wonderful things.
What was the name of your gospel group?
The Elements of Faith.
Okay. Now, were they famous or were they local?
Yes, they're Grammy nominated, based right here in Kansas City, but they're from Chicago. The family is the Tribbett family.
Okay.
And we were able to back greats like Walter Hawkins and Daryl Coley, and we did live recordings, and it was just a wonderful experience as a young woman growing up.
So now from 14 to 20, you sung gospel.
That's correct.
Okay. So what happened when you hit 21? What'd you do? You switched over to R&B, soul, or what?
Yeah, I started singing soul music. You know, in my eyes, it's the closest to gospel, and you can be a little bit of a heathen. Okay. Tell your story a little bit differently, you know. So yeah, I started singing soul music. It's my passion, and yeah.
So what made you switch from gospel to soul?
Well.
And who was mad? Was anybody mad?
No one was mad. I had a story to tell.
Okay.
Gospel is the story of our Savior, depending on your beliefs.
Yeah.
I know mine. But soul music is the story of my life. And I had a story to tell, especially by the time I got to my mid-20s. I had some experience in life early on, being married young, etc. So there were some things that I'd gone through, some things I survived. And there was great stories in me to be able to tell through soul music. Okay.
So let's go from church to R&B to now Southern Soul. How did you get to Southern Soul?
By yourself? Can't take the credit for that.
Okay.
The credit belongs to my multi-platinum producer, Kojak Charles, who met me at a studio here in Kansas City about 12 years ago. He heard a record of mine called Live to Regret, and he loved it. and he asked me why on earth I was still in Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
And he brought a major opportunity to my door even back then. It just didn't bite. Life, life was lifing, if you will. So fast forward to 2021. I took a show on the road to Sykeston, Missouri, where I opened up for Wendell B, Pokey Bear, Vic Allen, Madrone. It was wonderful.
This was your first time on the Southern Soul, and you opened up for them big artists?
Yes.
Wow. How was that?
It was wonderful, but the DJ lost my jump drive.
Wow. So what did you do?
Well, I met my music partner, Wolfman Delio, and shout out to him. Hella talented kid, man. Everybody check him out. He's from St. Louis, and he was down there with the DJ Fuji. Shout out to Fuji. And Wolfman ran around this auditorium full of about 900 to 1,000 people to find me a plug for my phone because an artist recognized the need for another artist. I'd driven 5 hours to do this little small set, So God bless him. He rescued me. He held my phone up while the DJ played my song so that I could perform. Well, we all got to talking. We all connected. We're all from the Midwest. And so they said, Chavonna, we have an opportunity for you to really, really continue your journey in Southern Soul, and hitched a ride with them.
So how did that make you feel, them not even knowing you, them reaching out to help you like that? How did it make you feel?
It was wonderful. It made me feel like home because here in Kansas City, I have some wonderful music mentors who are always plugging me into things and have given me major opportunities on stage. One of them being my best friend, Lee Langston, Lavelle, who has a wonderful song with Anthony Hamilton that charted on the billboards. Those guys gave me a stage early on, Kevin.
Really?
And so, what Wolfman did, is what I had been used to. Artists help other artists. That's that's what I understand it to be. So it was great for him to do that.
Okay. Now, were you ever signed, or have you ever had a distribution deal on the other side?
No major deals, but I would love to have a distribution deal, but not necessarily a record deal.
Yeah. Why not? Why not a record deal? You don't want a record deal?
I want to own as much of my music as I can. No one person owns the entire work unless you do everything, including produce and engineer, etc. But I want to own as much of my music as I can, including my masters, etc. And a lot of times with your standard record deals, they tend to want the masters because that's the money.
Yeah. So you've been up here in Southern Soul, 2 years now?
Correct.
Now I heard you won an award.
I did.
Okay, what was it?
The first award I won was the ZBT Award for Best New Female Artist in 2021.
Okay. How did it make you feel knowing you were new, coming over here and winning Best New Female, correct?
Yes.
How did it make you feel?
Wonderful. I work hard. I write all my own music. I record myself. So I'm a true to form artist. And anytime you get any accolades, it makes you, proud.
Yeah. Okay. So now this was 2021?
Correct.
Okay. So have you won anything since then?
Yes. I just won Best Female Vocalist at the Kansas City People Choice Awards for 2023. I won that Sunday night.
Oh, wow. People Choice.
Yes.
Oh, wow. So what was the selection process like?
Really, it's about your fan base. And last year I was nominated. I didn't get it. So, it's about the person that's, making the noise. I've been here in Kansas City, all my life singing. A wonderful young lady got it. She's gigging heavily here. So she deserved it, and you accept the award with humility.
Yeah.
Because I believe that everybody that is nominated has worked hard enough to at least get their name on the list. Yeah. So I'm honored either way. When people say, Chavonna, you've got a nomination, that's great. If I win, that's wonderful. Both of those things are just, something that you can hang your hat on, while you're working on your music. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So how many songs do you currently have in rotation over here in Southern Soul right now?
I have In Love with the Country Boy that's been doing great for a while. Spellbound is one that did great in the UK, topped the charts at #1 for a couple of weeks, and was doing well here in the States as well. But my song right now that's really gaining some noise and is, I say, the summer jam, is called Keep Rockin', and that's featuring my music partner Wolfman Delio.
Keep Rockin'. Okay. You know what? I got this song loaded for you. Hey, this is her number one song that's rocking over here in Southern. So I think that's the one that made the charts too.
That's right. Yes, sir.
It made the charts. It made the Magnificent 5 charts endorsed by K Young Production with KVB and 104.7. So y'all listen up. Y'all listen to the song. Y'all tell me what you think.
The king of Southern Soul, and I'm here with my baby. She's shooting a new single. Y'all keep rocking. Y'all keep rocking with her because this is the new diva, the new queen of Southern Soul. Anybody can take her. I'll put $1 million up right now that you can't. Y'all support everything she's doing, and she gonna keep on rocking because the queen is here, and the queen is here to stay.
All right. Now, who was that guy with the plaid pants on?
That's Wolfman Delio.
Oh, so was that video shot in St. Louis?
That was right here in Kansas City, Missouri.
That's how y'all dress down there?
Hey, he's fly, man. He's fly. Yeah. People love him. You know, when he walks around, he looks like a superstar. I always tease him, that kid is a rock star.
In those plaid pants?
Yes, sir.
He's an artist, right?
Yes, sir. Oh, he's got amazing music. He's got one of my favorite songs is called "Line Dancer." He did that out in Mississippi.
Yeah.
And them Cowboys was on that stage stumping Kevin and doing the splits, and the steppers was stepping. He had it lit. So he's an amazing entertainer.
Do y'all have a line dance to that song right there? I can see it.
Yes, we do.
Y'all do?
It's on my YouTube page.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. So look, I'm gonna go to a quick commercial right quick. And when I come back, when I say let's get hot, that's when the questions come in.
Yes, sir.
I'll be right back.
Hit Nation and K-Young Production presents the Central Texas Soul Fest, starring the King of Swing, Taka, Midnight Star, with TK Soul, Jay Morris Group,
She said I'm BD, baby.
West Love, Mr. Smoke, plus Jeff Floyd, and Dee Dee Simon. The Central Texas Soul Fest, Saturday, October 28th at the MLK Festival Grounds, 301 South 4th Street, Temple, Texas. Taka, Midnight Star, TK Soul, Jay Morse Group, West Love, Mr. Smoke, Jeff Floyd, and Dee Dee Simon. Gates open at 12 noon, showtime 3 p.m. until. Coolers $10, no glass containers, tents welcome. For info and vendor space, call 254-768-1334. For tickets, go to eventbrite.com.
All right. Hey, that's the show we got here coming to Temple, Texas, October 28th. That's my phone number on there. If y'all haven't recognized, that's my phone number. So you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. So what do you think about Southern Soul as a new artist?
I think it's great.
Mm-hmm. How can you you have to qualify that because you only been over here a little while. So what's great about it?
As an independent artist, it's a great way to be seen. It's a great way to touch the fan base that I believe loves the kind of music that I write, which is soul music. Soul music, gospel, quartet music, Southern soul is a perfect marriage of all of those things. And so I found my home, if that makes sense, with what type of music I do. So that's first of all what makes it great is the fan base. They love the music that I'm writing. And I've met some really talented people in Southern soul. There's some artists that are some jewels out here.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's been great.
So do you call yourself a Southern soul artist or a soul artist? Or doesn't matter?
I'll tell you this. I sing soul music in this arena, and there are songs that cater to the genre of Southern soul music. Okay.
Let me ask you about standards. You just didn't walk into the music business. You've been in the business for a long time. In any genre of music, should there be standards? And why?
Absolutely.
Why? Why should there be standards?
Because it protects the integrity of the art. And so, if anything flies, then the quality is at risk. And so, yes, there should always be standards.
Okay. Now, you've been quoted by saying notes are notes. What does that mean? Notes are notes when you say that?
Well, music is a theory. It's matter of fact. So the note itself is the note. Whether you hit it or not is, another story. But the note itself is, is the note.
So that's a good way of saying, because I say all the time, a lot of folks can't sing, and I mean that, and I'm not going to change that because I can't unhear what my ears have heard, I can't unsee what my eyes have seen. Right. But I guess that's another way to put it is, okay, well, notes and notes, and you missed a whole bunch of notes. So.
Well, I have an artist friend of mine up here in Kansas City. He's he toured with the Sounds of Blackness. He went on tour with Stevie Wonder as a kid. He's a savant. He's amazing. And he told me a long time ago, Chavonna, never say anyone can't sing because they can be taught. Or he said, I've gotten some vocals that may not be, maybe subpar, up to some pretty good tone and pitch, etc. But it's like playing the piano. You either going to practice at it or you're going to go ding, ding, ding. You know what I mean? It just depends on what level you want to be on. And so, with any art, there are levels. So what you may hear to say someone can't sing, maybe they've not matured in their vocal. Yeah. Maybe they, need to learn maybe notes, breathing techniques. There's all sorts of reasons why. But I personally don't necessarily just go off on someone about their skills. If anything, the advice I give is to hone your skills.
Or maybe they just cannot just sing. I mean, it's, sometimes it's bottom line, because everybody don't make the team. Everybody just don't make the team. I mean,
some are songwriters. Some are songwriters.
Exactly.
Some are
you can do
composers.
something else. Yeah, you can do something else. But I mean, because I see a lot of people that I know that just can't flat out sing at all. I mean, it's just my opinion. You just can't sing, and I tell them that. And if you get offended, then that's your problem, because it's subjective to what I think. You know.
Correct.
So, but it's always room to do something else. I mean, I know people who can't sing who are great songwriters.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, who are great producers, who are great DJs, who are great promoters. You know, so you don't have to just put yourself in the box and say, I got to be a singer when you know you're not. You know, I mean, that's just what I think.
I mean, I think that I'm speaking from an artist standpoint.
Yeah.
If they get that feedback, or they're finding that they're not necessarily getting as far as they want to go, then, you know, they may want to invest in someone that could help them get to a place that may be pleasant for the ear. Because again, the note is the note. That's why you have a measuring stick, whether it's sharp or you've gone flat. And then when you're on the note, you are on the note. And so, you know, it's about the artist and what they want for themselves.
Did you attend the School of Performing Arts?
I did.
What do they teach you? What do they teach you there? I mean, I've never been. I'm not an artist. So what do they teach you?
I did not major in music.
You didn't?
Nope. I majored in visual arts.
In visual art.
But growing up in gospel music, growing up in choir, my grandmother teaching me to sing from my diaphragm and open my mouth and all of those things. You know, some of it is gift too. Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest with you, gift and what God has placed in me. There is that element. Yeah. But again, if someone just desires and they love music and they want to sing, I don't knock them. That's just me personally. Yeah. But I do encourage that if you want to go further than you're making it, that you really should take it seriously and get the you know, the guidance that you need, if it's in a vocal coach, etc. Yeah. You know.
So do you write all your music?
I do.
Are you open to let anybody write anything for you?
Yes. Actually, Soul Collective. Chris is amazing. Chris Moore of Soul Collective. He wrote a hook that I sang. So I've sang a few hooks that have been written for me, but it's not customary. Usually I, you know, pen my own records. All of my singles have been written by me.
Oh, okay. That's a good deal. So I heard you do your own vocal recording.
I do.
Okay, what is that? I'm not an artist, so what is that? Explain that.
Yeah, 2020, I invested in my own studio, the monitors, the audio interface, microphones, isolation shield, pop filter, the whole nine. And I just started recording myself. It helps because as a creative, sometimes when I would go in the studio, the engineer would be talking to his friends, eating chips on the phone with his baby mom, you know, a whole bunch of things, you know what I mean? Yeah. And so it'd be kind of hard to, oh, you know, I really want to get into this session. Well, here at home, I can be in there for hours if I want, and, you know, nobody bothers me. So it's really great. But yeah, I invested in my own setup. I encourage every artist to do it if they can. And then I float my vocals over to my engineer. Shout out to Titan Sound Lab. He's wonderful with my records. And he does all the bells and whistles.
So would you consider yourself as a producer?
I'm a vocal producer.
Okay. What's the difference?
So when you go into the studio as an artist, you may sit down with the engineer and all he's going to do is press record. Okay. Initially, as you record. And then, of course, afterward, he'll do the mix and the master, etc. But a vocal producer tells you, oh, add that ad lib here in that placement. Or the next note up is this harmony. And they may give you 4 and 5 harmonies to stack. And so they create, they make a color of the song, not just monotone flat. They add the ambiance, the bells and whistles to it. And so for me, I love being creative and breaking down the song and adding harmonies and, you know, making acapella points in it and talking and all of the facets that you can make a song. You can make a song really bright. But if you're in with an engineer that doesn't have that ear and they're just pressing the button, then you may get a song that's just super flat.
Wow. For my opinion, just talking to you, you seem very fine-tuned on the business side of music with so little time, though. So how do you explain that? I mean, because this is your desire and you want to make sure that you give it 150%, or how do you explain your knowledge?
Well, I'm a businesswoman outside of music. I own my own non-emergency medical transportation company. Yeah. And there's certain things in business that you have to learn in order to operate. Mm-hmm. It's the same as a business in music. Yeah. For myself, I know I learned from artists of the past. Michael Jackson is one of the most brilliant artists I know, because prior to his death, he owned so many other artists' catalog. And remember, the catalog is the money. Yeah. The masters is the money. But he also owned half of Sony ATV, which is brilliant as well. Mm-hmm. And so he understood that you can make music, or you can make money from your music as well. Mm-hmm. So he capitalized on his art, not letting the labels just get over on him. Mm-hmm. Prince, the same way, he started to try to discover different ways to make music make money. Yeah. And so those are the kind of people that I look up to. And yes, I want my music to make money. I want to monetize. I want to make sure that I own my masters, or as much of my music as I can, which mm-hmm. is why a distribution deal is much more ideal for me. I would love to partner with a major label that would help me get further, because they have a lot of perks when you are signed. And so there's not anything wrong with your traditional record label. But for myself, I'd rather remain independent so I can, keep hold of my creativity as much as possible.
Okay. So in your own words, what's the definition of an artist?
Someone who creates.
Who creates.
Yes.
Okay. So, but you said there was levels.
That's correct. When I was a kid, yeah, I couldn't create something like this. Uh-huh. It may have been a stick figure when I started, right? And so there's a maturity that comes along. The longer, mm-hmm. It's either the longer you do the art or the more you practice. Yeah. I mean, mm-hmm. sometimes you just flow into it and then your voice matures, or your artwork matures, or sometimes you just practice until you get it. So, mm-hmm. Either way, there are levels, of course, yes.
Yeah. Wow. So would you agree that experience is the best teacher?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Now you mentioned about your business as a, what type of business you say you business owners of what?
It's a non-emergency medical transportation company. We transport persons with disabilities to dialysis and cancer treatments, rehab facilities, etc.
Wow. So you got time. You got in between that, you got time to still be an artist and doing artwork behind you. You got time, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's what I do. I don't think, and I couldn't imagine a time where I was never an artist. Yeah. My mom worked at the VA my entire life, and she'd bring home notepads and I'd just be drawing. My grandmother also created a culture of art and music in our home. And my sister and my sister is a fashion designer. She's a publisher. We just grew up in art and music and in fashion. I mean, the ladies just made sure that they created that environment. So I don't remember a time where I wasn't an artist.
Wow. That's what I'm talking about. You're very intelligent. That's what people are saying on here. Somebody said your painting is dope back there.
Thank you.
So let me ask you this question. So I know we was talking earlier, and you said that one of your, I guess it was your teacher, gave you some advice on when you paintings and stuff. What did you say? And you said it stuck with you. So explain that to your fans.
So we used to do this thing called critique in my art classes in high school, where he would come around and he'd look at your art and he'd tell you, things that'll make you better. And so I drew a man, and at the bottom, Kevin, his feet were really small, but his body was normal, so my proportions were off. And he said, Chavonna, look at this man. Could he stand up in real life if he was a real person? And I was like, no, he couldn't. And so from then on, I started to understand that, I mean, you could do abstract work, but for the most part, if I wanted realism, I had to draw within proportion. But he had to point it out. But more importantly, I had to apply it. Right? Mm-hmm. I could have either just buckled and quit and tore up the paper and never drawn another thing again, or I could have taken what he said and applied it to my art, and I'm a better artist for it.
Or you could have told him I like men with little feet.
Hey, if he can stand on his own 2 feet, I'm fine with it. But if I gotta carry him, it's not happening.
So let me ask you this question, right? Let me ask you about DJs. Are DJs important to artists?
Absolutely.
Okay, why?
They're hand in glove. I'll tell you, I had an uncle, my Uncle Marvin, bless his soul from heaven. He used to have his crates in the basement sitting up on the cinder blocks, Kevin, and he'd bring me down and he'd say, Chavonna, the DJ breaks the artist. And if you watch like old Michael Jackson videos like I do, his acceptance speeches at the Grammys, etc., he's always thanking the disc jockey.
Yeah.
I can sit in my studio all day and I can sing, but there's someone that has to carry it out to the person. So the DJ is quintessential to the artist. Absolutely.
What about promoters and producers and everybody else?
Of course, everybody plays a part. The artist creates the product. And then there's a circle of people that help get it to the masses. The goal is to get it to the fans.
That's right.
And so how do you do that? You come on podcasts like Off the Record.
Yeah.
You're essential to us. You give it over to the DJs to spin. The promoters play a part in knowing where the market is that you can go perform in. You gave me someone else. Who else did you say?
Promoters, DJs, producers.
Yeah, I mean the producers. I'll tell you what. Kojak has been my joy to create a sound with him that people are enjoying. Cecil Green has been my brother. He's did a lot of Tucker's early work, and he's been amazing to me. And so I continue my journey with them because they create sounds for me that people are enjoying. So the producers are absolutely important role for sure.
So you say you're a songwriter, right?
That's correct.
Okay, what's the mark of a good songwriter, in your opinion?
To be able to recreate the song. I mean, sometimes I'm tearing up and balling up in here and tearing up and balling up and taking that song and really, really crafting it and taking my time. Sometimes it takes me 4 or 5 rewrites, 4 or 5 recording sessions before I get it right. So I think also the mark of a good songwriter is to write the song that resonates with the listener, right? Music can make you cry, you can dance to it, you can get married to it, you can make love to it. If you can find all of the emotions of your listener by penning it, then you hit the mark. Yeah,
music is definitely an alternative way of speaking.
Oh yeah.
That's what it is. I mean, it speaks to you. You don't have to say nothing, you put on the song. Like Lenny Williams. Oh. If you love somebody, you just put that song on and walk out the room. You ain't gotta say nothing. Right. That song gonna tell you.
Oh yeah. And so that to me is so important. The songwriter plays an amazing role in the song.
So let me ask you this question right here. Do you accept constructive criticism yourself?
Sure.
Is that a valuable tool? Okay, so you got to qualify that. What do you mean it's not easy?
Yeah, it's not easy. I mean,
from an artist, it's not easy, right? Why?
No, because the art is coming from your vessel.
Yeah.
My tongue, my teeth, my heart, my lungs, my breath are creating the sound of the music.
Yeah.
My fingers are creating the painting. So when someone comes along and they say something about it, artists are sensitive about their ish. Can I say that? So because we are creating it from within. However, if someone is of sound judgment, if someone is of sound rapport, and they're just giving you their honest feedback, sure, take it into account. I had a good DJ friend of mine. I sent him over a record. He said, Chavonna, I wouldn't play it. But the feedback was because the hook was too repetitive. It didn't go anywhere. So I've had to rewrite, cut and paste, but he had the same feedback I actually felt, but he just happened to say it.
Exactly.
And so
you needed that.
I did. Because he's a DJ for one. He's going to know how long that record should play on the radio. He's going to know if the audience in his area is going to bite. So having a good DJ as a good ally is wonderful. But he gave me the advice, and Kevin, I went back to the drawing board.
Okay, that's a good deal. So have you experienced any adversity in music, particularly in Southern Soul, since you've been over here, 2 years? Have you experienced any adversity? I'm pretty sure you have.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So how did you overcome it?
I don't give up.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, for what? I mean, you're going to get no's, and that's okay.
Yeah.
You know, you may slow walk your way to, you know, to the hit. You may have to put out 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 songs before, you know, the light starts to shine. But you don't give up. And I have more songs coming, you know what I mean? And you just keep going for your destiny. So, you know, adversity makes you stronger.
Yeah. If you're strong.
If you're strong.
Yeah.
But it'll sharpen you. You know, iron sharpens iron. So, you know, you deal with it.
I welcome constructive criticism often, because, you know, it's people talk about my podcast. You know, I say, okay, that's fine, you know, but I'm not going to stop doing what I do.
That's correct.
You entitled to your opinion, you know, however, you don't have to watch off the record, you know. So but a lot of it be malice, you know. It's not educational, it's not for upbringing, it's not it's just strictly malice.
I'll tell you this, I always say no one artist has 8 billion followers.
That's right. Yeah,
and
so
I'm catering to the people. I'm catering to the people that want to hear Chavonna Adams. I'm catering to the people that want to find out who I am, that haven't heard me yet. I love meeting new people. I'm a people person, and so as people tune into me and they discover me, that's great too. But I'm not going to win every soul, right? I mean, that's not realistic, and honestly, it's not the goal. The goal is to make great music, and whoever it hits. And whoever it resonates to, I'm going to keep giving them those records.
You know what I believe in, Chavonna? I believe in having good character, period. You know, my dad told me when I left home, he said, your talents can get you there, but only your character can keep you. And that is a true statement. So I'm looking at the feedback on here. People saying, oh, I love her attitude. I love her character, you know, because what I tell people all the time, the premise for Off the Record is for people to see the intimate side of you artists. Now I'm gonna ask some questions. Because it's called Off the Record and we're dealing with music. But I want them to see how you guys answer the question and how professional you are. Because quiet as it's kept, a lot of folks I meet, you know, they don't know you guys at all. They just they might see somebody out acting a fool or something and call themselves a Southern Soul artist. You know, or something. I'm a Southern Soul artist. I said, no, those not the real people. That's not. I mean, you can label yourself what the hell you want to label yourself as. But
well, I live by this principle, and it's the one my grandmother taught me. She raised me is to treat people right.
Yeah.
And so, at the heart of everything, first are the persons that are listening to my music. Yeah. Treat them right. If they get in my inbox and they say great record, if they send a heart or a little emoji, why not like it back and say hi? I mean, it doesn't hurt a fly to be nice, right? So, I mean, you know, for me, the fact that I've gotten the love that I've gotten, the fact that people are drawn to my music that I'm penning has been its own reward. If I never make another record, as far as I've gotten now, I'm blessed totally. And the joy in my heart is to make people laugh and make people smile. And that's why I created my company, is to service those with disabilities, because sometimes my mother is a person with disabilities. And so sometimes they're mistreated, and I wanted to give them the best care. So it's to me, I'm servicing people with my music. Someone's going through something somewhere. And if they can put on Keep Rocking and rock through it, then I'm going to keep writing it.
There you go. Now I heard you label yourself as an artist. Explain that.
Well, I believe in champion for the other artists. I do. I don't have the same kind of feeling some people may have, or well, I'll say this. Music is a competition.
Yeah.
Let's keep it 100.
That is a fact. Right? That is a fact.
Music is a competition. Yeah. So it is. But I definitely believe in championing others on their journey. Yeah. And it doesn't take anything away from me to cheer anybody on or say way to go to somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah, because I had somebody get in my inbox, which was the wrong thing to do on my inbox, to disagree with the top 30 list that we put out. And I had to thoroughly explain the method behind the madness. First of all, K-Young don't do anything haphazardly. You know, I study, and I listen to the fans. So I got 5 credible DJs that we meet every Monday, and you know they get requests all the time. Of course, the radio station get requests, so they submit. So you figure 5 DJs submit 30 songs, so that's 150. That's 150 songs that they have to give me. So we sit down and we talk about it. So like for instance, if 3 DJs got Chavonna Adams on their list, right, and the other 2 don't, majority rules.
Right. Yeah.
So that's how you land on the list. But if you're not on nobody's list, if nobody requesting your songs through those DJs, and nobody requesting through the radio station, even though it might be a good song, but just because your horse take off running first don't necessarily mean it's gonna win.
Can I speak personally from the artist point of view, or from mine?
Yeah, go ahead.
Especially when it comes to charts or what shows people on or flyers.
Yeah.
Like I don't flyer watch.
Yeah.
I'm not super obsessed with charts, but here's what I'll tell you. So that I land on charts, so that I'm recognized with awards, etc. I get in that booth, Kevin, and I pin the right records, and I'm honing my craft. And I'm not saying that artist is not. It's just an encouragement moment to the artist.
Yeah.
It's not saying your time won't come.
Exactly.
It's saying focused on the music, because it's really the product. Pepsi is the product, right? And so they do everything to first make sure it tastes good, and then they put somebody on the commercial to sell it.
Mm-hmm.
But the chart is like the thing that sells you, right? But the product has to be good. And so for me, so that I don't get frustrated that I'm not on every chart and that I don't win every award, I keep my head down, bro, and I just grind with the music. And if somebody is in their kitchen on a Saturday morning listening to me on DJ Godfather's radio station, shout out DJ Godfather. I love it. You know what I mean? Because that is why I'm doing it. And then landing on charts and getting awards, like that's the
addition to.
Yes, the icing on the cake.
Yeah, of course. So that's why I tell people, don't get upset, because you got 9,000 flyers out there, just like you got 9,000 artists out here. So
and 9,000 stages. I mean, there's so many
exactly.
stages.
It's so many avenues, to get your product out. But the bottom line is, as an artist, every artist want a hit record. That's what I mean. Every artist want to hit. If you put out a hit record right now, I don't give a damn. You can put out Let's Go Play Kickball. They're gonna be looking. They're gonna be looking for that song because it's coming from Chavonna Adams, who had this big hit. So they're looking for it.
That's right.
But your next song don't have to be as great. It can just be that's an average song, but still, because of that hit you made, you solidified yourself with fans. When they see your name, they say, "Oh yeah, I know her stuff gonna be fine."
My goal is to create a great catalog. A lot of times, the smaller, unknown songs will flood people back to the older catalogs. Well, actually, the opposite. So keep rocking. When people tune into that, subscribe to my YouTube page, then they're going to go the next song up, the next song up. So it actually introduces people back to my catalog. The more songs you have, the more likely you are to create a strong fan base. So for me, the goal is catalog.
Yeah. Okay. How big is your catalog right now?
You know what? I have to consider that I've done several wonderful collabs. I have like 4 or 5 with Wolfman. I've got one song with Jeter, which I love, called Lay Your Body. I got to write, which was great. So I would say roughly 10, 11 songs floating around in the atmosphere.
There you go. So let's talk about collabs. So what makes you collab with any artist over here? So because you've been over here 2 years, do you know a lot of, about 60-70% of these artists over here?
No, I would not claim that. No,
okay, so
it's a lot of people that join. It's a lot of people that I've heard. So no, I wouldn't say I know everybody. No.
Gotcha. So do they have to possess a certain criteria for you to collab with them? Because you're a vocalist. You consider yourself a vocalist, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
So do they have to be a vocalist to collab with another vocalist with you?
I would prefer to make a great sounding record.
A note is a note, right? I like that. That's cool. That's a good deal. So what have you collabed with any females over here?
No, not yet.
Not yet. So have you got anybody in mind that you might want to collab with? Are you still?
I think everybody's doing their thing. The ladies are really holding it down. I don't have a record idea yet, but yeah, I mean, shout out to all of the ladies. I think they're doing a great job.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, man. They can say what they want to say, and everybody know me. I tell the truth.
Yep.
These females over here, they kicking butt over here.
Yeah,
they kicking butt.
I think so.
Yeah, they kicking butt over here. They ain't nothing to play with over here because they can sing. Not all of them. Not all of them. Yeah, but the majority of them over here in Southern Soul can sing.
Everybody's doing a great job. If the right record lands, the right song idea, strong writing, of course. Yeah.
Okay. So have you done neo soul? Because your voice, the reason I asked you that because you have that voice, you can actually do a neo soul.
I've got some early records, Kevin, like Keep It 100. I've got a song called Take It Slow, and I've got a song called My Heart. Those songs are on streaming platform right now. I was in the R&B kind of neo soul group with those records, but if Kojak had his way, he would tell you Chavonna Adams is right where she needs to be.
There you go. Now, do you be twerking at shows and stuff?
What, twerking shows?
Do you be twerking out there?
Are they paying? No, no. I kid. I mean, not for me. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, I want the audience to experience. I don't judge those who do, however.
Yeah.
To each his own.
So you don't.
You know, if you go look back at my Country Boy video, there's a boy that got up on stage with his shirt off, and we got down with it. But I kept it cute. You know.
Okay. Now, do you believe? You know, are you married?
No.
Well, I'm pretty sure you're dating or have somebody. You ain't got to tell us, but do you believe in having self-respect for yourself as well as self-respect for your significant other while you're artists?
Of course. I mean,
do you think some artists can go overboard as artists? I'm just saying as a whole, as an artist, do you think some of them can go overboard?
As the partner, you'll have to understand the art.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. I did the Color Purple musical back in November here in Kansas City. The young lady that was in the musical with me, she was dating somebody. She had to do scenes that she may not have been comfortable with. Yeah. There are people that act. There are people that sing songs and they have somebody in the music video that's not their significant other. There is a fine line, but I think that the other person has to understand the artistic side of their partner. Yeah. There are things that we do, songs we sing about. I'll give you an example. When I go out and I'm at my gigs, I may get huge hugs from men and women. And, you know, and I don't want someone to elbow a man who's giving me a hug. You know, that brother's going to have to be strong enough to understand that I get love from all. So, you know, it's really up to that partnership to say where the level of respect crosses. Absolutely. But but for the most part, the partner should understand that, you know, we're artists and there are things that we may do, scenes we may do, songs we may sing. That's not infringing upon our love for that other person. Yeah. It's just simply our art. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So if they want to book you, who do they call?
I am available. And I'll tell them, get in my inbox so I can shoot you over my manager's information.
Okay. So they don't contact you, that you got a manager.
I do have a manager, but they can hit me up, let me know, hey Chavonna, you know, wonderful job, etc. Love to hear from you or come down to see you guys. I mean, that's, Kevin, I'll be honest with you. That is my goal. You know, one of my goals is to be seen on a stage. When I sing live, brother, it is so much different than on a record. And I zone out and it's just me and the audience and that hot mic. And so my goal is to be seen more. And so,
I can tell you have a passion. I can tell you have a passion.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So are you doing promo shows? Or are you past promo shows right now at this point?
Every artist has times where they do promo shows. And it depends on the circumstance. You know, my best friend, who's one of my mentors here in Kansas City, has one of the largest followings here in Kansas City. If he says, Chavonna, come do a song for my birthday, I'm going to go. I'm not going to charge him. So it just depends. But it shouldn't be customary for an artist to do things for free. If you can help it, you want to make money. Yeah.
Okay. So it was something I'm going to ask you earlier. Man, I was going to ask you this question earlier. You made me forget. Dang, what was it? I'll come back to it. So, so right now, what's next for Chavonna Adams in Southern Soul?
I have a record dropping in August.
Okay, what's the name of it?
Don't Start Nothing.
Don't Start Nothing?
Don't Start Nothing, won't be nothing.
It's not a collab. It's by yourself.
It's me, yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what was the reason behind that title? Because the reason why I asked you that because y'all artists, y'all can wake up in the middle of the night and just come up with a title.
actually, I have to give credit where credit is due. It came from a good friend of mine, DJ Godfather.
Okay. All right. So,
yeah.
Are you gonna sing something tonight or what?
Do you want a little something?
Yeah, they want something. I want something too. I want to hear it.
Like the head go. Let's see.
Okay.
If I could, I'd give you the world. Wrap it all around you. Won't be satisfied with just a piece of his heart, my angel.
Okay, look at her. All right. Okay, that sounds good right there. Y'all got any questions?
Pressure.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, you hit every note. You hit every note.
Was the note the note?
No, you hit every note. Oh, let me ask you this question. So,
yes, sir.
What do you think about Off the Record? Now, how long you been watching Off the Record prior to you coming on here? What do you think?
About over a year, for sure.
Okay.
And I think it's necessary. Again, I believe that every platform that gives the artist the opportunity to showcase their talent, talk about their music, talk about them, is completely necessary. Do you ask the tough questions? Sure, and it's necessary. You know, sometimes people may not like the ugly question, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm talking about. So you subscribe to my page?
I do. Yeah, I'm on your YouTube page and the K Young Productions too.
Okay. That's
a
good deal. So where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Gosh, I Billboard, Grammy nod or Grammy. I definitely want hit records under my belt, but more importantly, I want to be seen and heard by the fans. And so the more that join me, the merrier. Because ultimately I do it for the people. So they're the first goal is just to keep reaching more people.
So are you promoter friendly?
Meaning
that you negotiate with the promoter. It's not a one size fit all, or it's just not an absolute. Hey, this is my price. Take it or go to hell. Do you negotiate with promoters?
Of course. I mean, there are smaller venues where, of course, you're not going to get the big bang for your buck, etc. So it just depends on what kind of show. Do they want 30 minutes? Do they want an hour? You know, are we talking 40,000 people in the audience? Are we talking Miss Smith's birthday party for 75? You know what I mean? So yeah, you have to move around, of course.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. See, I can tell you about business. Who is this right here? I'm trying to see if it's people saying speak it into existence. Chavonna. She talking about somebody said sing or something. She already sang. So what question y'all have for this young lady? Because hey, she geared up. MP McGill said don't let Sir Charles Berger you no more.
Man, shout out to the King of Southern Soul. Super supportive to my music, and he's an all-around great guy. I appreciated him for that immensely. I'm honored.
So were you honored when he said you the what do you call you, the next prince of Southern Soul? What do you call you?
No, he said the new queen of Southern Soul.
The new queen. Were you honored to hear that?
Of course. Yeah. You know, that's a legend, and I don't think that he speaks without meaning. So it was an honor.
Do you think you the new queen of Southern Soul?
Sure. I'm not gonna say no after he said it.
I like that. Hey, you're very confident. Sure.
But I'll tell you this, Kevin. I mean, my honest answer, just joshing. The fans are gonna tell me.
Yeah.
The fans will let me know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my real answer.
That's your real answer? Whatever. You go with the first one. If you say you're the queen, hey, you're the queen. So do you believe in titles?
I believe in good music.
Yeah. That will give you a title.
Yeah. You earn it.
Yeah.
You earn it. You earn it. Sir Charles was kind enough to say those words because he saw something in Chavonna. Yeah. And so, you work to make him proud, or people proud that are invested in you, that believe in you. And so, the music and the fans, time will tell. But yeah, I hold my head high with that compliment, and I really appreciate it.
Somebody said, do you sing jazz?
I do.
You do? Oh, okay. You got, is that on your YouTube page? Any jazz?
I do. I just did one on TikTok where I sang "Unforgettable" by Nat King Cole.
Oh, okay.
I actually featured at one of the largest blues and jazz. It's the top 100 blues club in the world called the Blue Room. I've sold it out a few times here in Kansas City. So yes, you can't be from Kansas City and not, be able to do at least one jazz standard.
Because I saw you live. What was the little spot you were at when I saw you?
I sing at it's called the Phoenix. It's one of the oldest live music venues here in Kansas City. It's on the tourism website. So a lot of people from out of town come to it, and I do a 4-hour set every second Saturday by myself.
So did you have a wardrobe malfunction, or was it designed for you to be showing everything up here?
Well, it's like putting a bow on a poodle. Sometimes you got to dial it up,
Hey, I like you. You're pretty cool.
I like you too, Kevin, man.
I like that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I saw you. I said, okay. I said, she jamming. I was asking questions. I said, hold on, is that Chavonna? I said, where's she at? When I was asking questions on there, because I think you had another guy that was singing on there as well.
Yeah, that's one of. I have a couple of artists here that I've mentored over the years that came up underneath me, and his name is Carlton Rashad, and he's a super talented kid, and I'm so proud that he came out that night and got on the mic for me. But I have some mentees here that I pour into and encourage and help them understand their next steps as well.
Okay, somebody said, have you ever heard of Tammy McCann?
No, I'm sorry.
Okay. And MP Gill said something about what was the concept of Baby Be Mine came about. Ask her how the concept of Baby Be Mine came about.
Long distance love. Have you ever just had somebody that's unrequited love, like you want them so bad, but you can't have them. And that's why it says, baby, be mine. I don't care what you got to do. Just get here, so it's a long distance love story.
That's what I felt about the Army when I retired. I loved it so much. I wanted to go back in. I felt that.
Yeah.
She said, yeah. Do you sing that? Do you sing that song now? Baby Be
Mine?
Yeah.
Is it in my set? Not as much, but it's every time I think about it, it's a secret banger. Like it's one that the people come back to all the time. Remember, I told you you'll get a good record that's really popping and it'll drive people back to your old catalog. Yeah. And so people are discovering my music of last year, this year, and that's why you don't give up. Yeah. Because you may not get that song that gets on K Young's chart, woohoo, right away. Yeah. But eventually, if you keep going, you'll get to where you need to be.
Okay, that's a good deal. So I'm definitely gonna go check out some more of your music. But I like that song, "Keep Rocking." I like that.
Yeah. So it was a fun one to write.
Yeah. Okay. So Wolfman is he actually an artist? He sings or he just raps?
He does amazing line dance music. He's got a song called "Shake That Weight" that's dope. He does hip hop, but he does it with a flair. But more importantly, he's a hell of an entertainer. And I wish more people tuned in to him. I really would love to see him flourish on stage, because I know there's a lot of promoters that want to see entertainment, that want to see people rock the crowd. And I've watched this kid. We were up in Nebraska. I'll tell you this story real quick. And this lady was just enamored by this kid so much that her boyfriend snatched her back in her chair. And I'm like, uh-oh. Like he almost broke somebody apart. Like,
wow.
He's Mr. Steal Your Girl, kind of deal. But no, he's a great artist. We've got some fun records together, Kevin. So if you go back, you'll find several songs that we've done together. And like I said, I want more people to hear him as well.
Okay. Yeah. So is he on YouTube as well?
Yeah. Wolfman D.
Wolfman D.
Yes,
okay.
Sir.
So you say you got a new song coming. When is it gonna drop?
In August. I don't know the official date yet. Probably the first or second week for sure. So just a couple of more weeks. And don't start nothing to be in your ear.
Okay. Well, make sure you send it to the station. You got the email to the station, right?
Yes, absolutely. And I certainly will.
Yeah, make sure you send it to the station. Hopefully I can get you down to Texas one of these days.
I love it. I've been down a few times. I'll be back in October the 7th for DJ Godfather's birthday bash. It's a wonderful state. I've gotten nothing but love from the great state.
Yeah, I told Godfather I was going to come down there. I want to check out some of the artists out there. I haven't seen you perform, so I told him I might. It's about a 5-hour drive for me, so I told him I might come down there and check out some of the artists down there.
Yeah, please do. It's gonna be a blast.
So, what you want to say to your fans? We've been on here an hour and 4 minutes. What you want to say to your fans? Some departing words to your fans.
Thank you. I want to say that it's your support that's pushing me. I'm an independent artist, and so everything you do, from streaming my songs to liking my posts to sharing them, absolutely matters to me. Please continue to tune into everything I do, and I'll continue to bring you guys great music. Shout out again to my music partner and all the DJs that are spinning my records all across this country. Shout out to you, Kevin. Thank you for this time.
Oh yeah, anytime. You can come back anytime. If you want to come back, say, hey Kevin, I'm ready to come back, answer some more questions, because I keep questions.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I keep questions. So if anything you need from me, you got my number, just give me a call.
I appreciate you.
You can expect honesty from me. Are you going to JMA? Are you going to Jackson Music Award next week?
No, I don't get the opportunity to go. I've got a couple of award shows that I will be going to later in the season.
Okay. All right, great. Well, I look forward to meet. I'll probably see you in October down at Godfather's thing.
Come on down.
Yeah, I see you then. But look, I appreciate you coming on. Hey, Godspeed to you. Keep making great music. Until then, I'll see you again.
Yes, sir. Take care.
All right, girl.
Bye-bye.
Hey, thank y'all for tuning in. Hey, great young lady. Hey, y'all go get her music. Y'all go check out her music. Y'all heard her here in live on Off the Record. I mean, very, very intelligent. Very humanistic. I don't use the word humble. I use humanistic, because humble means that you think lowly of yourself. You come from a lowly place. I don't know where she's come from. I don't come from humble beginnings. I don't get it out the mud. I didn't do none of that. I didn't do none of that. Some people had to. I didn't have to. But she's definitely filled with humility. She has a human side of her, and there's always a blessing to have a humanistic side to you, because that's what matters, because we all humans. So y'all go check her out. If y'all in Texas in October 7th, she'll be down there with Godfather, DJ Godfather. Y'all go check out. I want to see her perform live. Just like I went down to Hester's place. I want to see some artists perform live. I hear their music all the time. I see them on Facebook, but I like to see them live. I like to see whether or not they can sing. So she can sing. She can sing, y'all. I want to see them sing outside the studio, and she can sing. So I look forward to going out there to see her. But thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all share this live, with your friends so they can see this interview with Chavonna Adams. If you missed it, you can go on the YouTube page. But y'all tune in next week, because Willie Clayton, you talking about a history lesson? I'm here to tell y'all, we might be on here for 4 hours next week. I got a whole bunch of questions I can ask Mr. Willie Clayton about this genre, about where it started, who was who, who was then, and who. I mean, I got a whole bunch of questions for him, and I was really, really just really mesmerized to get a call from Mr. Willie Clayton when he talked about Off the Record. So like the young lady said, it's necessary. I think it's necessary. That's why I still be here, and I pay for this podcast. I pay every month for 3 years, $30 a month. You do the math, because I want to come on here, and I want the artists to present their humanistic side to you guys, because y'all don't get to talk to them at shows. So y'all can tell she's very intelligent. Y'all can tell she's about her business. She's about the music business. So y'all go support her. Y'all seen the song I played, right? Nice song that's on the radio station. Matter of fact, she's on the charts. So y'all continue to do that. I know mostly on my page are women, and I know women always have a humanistic side to themselves. Very sensitive. No myopic behavior. Not right now. Women are sensitive, and women love good people. And I think she's a good person. From my opinion, I never met her. Just by talking to her and just watching her, I think she's a very, very good person. Pleasant young lady. So y'all check out. But look, y'all tune in next week. I'm telling you, Mr. Willie Clayton gonna be on here next week, y'all. And I'm here to tell you, you might well buckle your seatbelts. I'm here to tell you, y'all know my questions. My questions gonna be plain, but I want some answers. I want some answers about this Southern Soul stuff. The history, the true history. Mr. Willie Clayton is the godfather over here. I think he's long-standing over here right now. Out of everybody over, I think he's long-standing. It's him, a couple of them, but I think he's long-standing over here. So he's going to give us a history lesson on this music business. No malice intended. We're just going to talk. He's going to talk uncle to nephew, because I can call him Uncle Willie. Uncle Willie or Mr. Willie. I will never call him Willie Clayton, because he's an elder to me. You know, he's an elder, so I call him either Uncle or Mr. Willie Clayton. That's what I call him. But look, thank y'all for tuning in. I'm about to go eat me some dinner. So again, y'all go check out Miss Chavonna Adams. Y'all go check her out, and please do that for me. Y'all go check her out. Go to her pages. If you guys want to book her, she said you can send her. Send her a message. She'll get you to the right people. So let's put good people with good music in front of people. Let's do that. And for the fans on here, you know, go out and spend your money on these people who have good music and who has humility, who know how to treat you right for your money, because you're the customer. To me, the customer's always right until you start talking crazy. Now, you can't talk crazy, you know, but I'm gonna always err on the side of the artist and the fans. Period. This is how I roll, because I know who paid for my show. It's the fans. Y'all are number one, and I know who make it possible for me to do a show. It's the artists. So any artists on here, if you're not on shows, hey, look, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Stay in the studio. Y'all heard her. Stay in the studio. You know, you might not know her. You might be the next Michael Jackson of Southern Soul here, the next Prince. You just never know. Just keep at it. Just keep at it. But I'm going to say this right here too. Those of you who can't hold a note in the bucket, sit down somewhere. Sit down somewhere. And I'm serious. Go sit down somewhere. And I'm serious. But you can do other things to support other people. There's other jobs. There's other jobs. There's 8 billion people on this earth. 8 billion. Like she said earlier, you know, you are not going to please 8 billion people, but just please one. Just please one at a time. And I guarantee you, you know, once you do that and be able to accept constructive criticism with no malice intended, because your music is a product and it's subjective to the buyer. It's subjective what I think. If I'm buying it, you can't make me buy something I don't like. Y'all need to understand that you have a product to be sold. Just like Walmart, they take anything back. I don't give a damn. You go in there and drink half a gallon of milk and take it back and say, no, when I got this, it was a leak in it. They're going to take it back because you know why? Because they want you to come back. You know how much Walmart paid for that milk? Probably 2 cents. 2 cents. So Walmart know what side they bread is buttered on. It's the customer. It's the customer. The customer's always right. So you customers treat these fans who need to be treated right, and by going downloading their music, pay for their music and stuff. Stop expecting them to give your ass something free all the time. Purchase their merchandise and stuff. Support these artists. Because I do. I support them. I know I'm hard, but I'm fair. I'm hard, but I'm fair. They picked me to judge a competition in Lubbock, Texas, sometime in August. I'm gonna be the judge on who opens up for a T-rail. I'm not gonna be mean, but I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. You know, it's gonna be subjective to what I think. So there's nothing wrong with constructive criticism. And if you guys see anything wrong with Off the Record, send me a message. Hey, Kevin, think about this. You can improve your show by this. I'm an Army veteran. 22 years, I took orders. I gave orders, but I took orders too. So, you know, it's one fight, one team. With me, you know, I help anybody. We're all on the same team over here. But some of y'all, you can't help because your learning process is already stopped. Can't nobody teach you anything. So my dad told me, my granddad told me, once you get to the level nobody can teach you, then you're a fool, because there's always something to learn. My grandson teach me stuff all the time on the computer. I'm like, how you know that? You know, so I can easily say, you know, get your little ass off this computer. You're doing too much. I'm like, hold on. How'd you do that? And my son, my 20-year-old, he set up my podcast. He set up the videos and everything. He showed me how to do that. Now I'm his dad. I can say, you think you know everything, but I said, hold on, write this down, because you got to write stuff down. I'm 53. You got to write stuff down. So the learning curve never stops for us. Never stops for us. And the sooner you realize that, the better person you're going to become, you know, and better results you're going to have, you know. So stop. I never use the word hate, you know, but I use misanthrope. You know, don't be a misanthrope when it comes to our people. Don't hate on what they're doing. Congratulate them, or just tell them the truth. Because a lot of folks say now the truth is the new hate. What? Okay, so you rather me to lie to you? You rather somebody to lie to you? Just tell somebody the truth. Just tell them the truth. Hey man, look, maybe you probably, you know, you're a better songwriter than you are a singer, or you're better. You play the piano. Oh yeah, man, play the piano. I mean, that's just the truth. So accept constructive criticism. I get it all the time. My kids say I be tripping. They say I be tripping all the time. So I say, okay, what can dad do to satisfy your feelings? Well, dad, you don't have to holler so much. Okay, I will make sure I don't yell as much. Just don't do or say nothing that's going to make me yell. So help me help you. And then with Angela Young back there, she's very critical too. So I have to woosah when I deal with her too. Because I'm a Batman, she Robin. So she tell me some things. She said, you know what? I'm telling y'all, the reason why I really calmed down off the record, because my spouse said, you know what, Kevin, just be a little nicer. I have to listen to that because she's watching too. My sisters Connie and Loanne and Mahogany Black, you know, people that I know, you know, I talk to them all the time. I talk to Omar Connie. I talk to a lot of people. Tucker. I talk to Fat Dad. I talk to a whole bunch of artists. You know, they'll say, hey, Kevin, what about this? I said, you know what? Okay, you're right. You're right about that. So I listen. If you've noticed, you don't hear me say it as often as I used to, that a lot of these jokers can't sing. I don't say it. So now I got a new phrase. A note is a note. Either you hit the damn note or you don't. Either you hit the note or you don't hit it. Hey, so that means if you don't hit the note, chances are that your ass can't sing. I'm just going to say that a note is a note from here on out. You missed a note. You missed several notes, but I'm not going to say you can't sing. I'm not going to say that. So I thank my sister Chavonna Adams for that when she said a note is a note. Hey, I love this, man. I love talking to y'all. Any questions you guys have, like I said, with the radio station, I'm the general manager of the Southern Soul radio station that plays Southern Soul 24/7. Right now, I got about 600 songs that I go through. You know, some of them I listen to, but the first 5 seconds, after that, no, after the first 5 seconds, if you don't catch my attention, it's over. It's over. You know, so I'm not going to leave. I'm not going to even, you know, after 5 seconds, I know whether or not I want to put it on the radio. So send me some good music. Y'all send me some good music, and I'll play it. I promise you I'll play it. I'll play it. So, you know, y'all know radios exist to make money and stuff, you know, so we offer promotion pack. We offer all this type of stuff to help y'all. It ain't to help me, it's to help y'all. Because I'm a promoter. I'm the general manager of a Southern Soul radio station, and I got a podcast talking about Southern Soul. So I'm here for a reason, and I ain't going nowhere until I feel like going somewhere. So my jurisdiction is pretty much in your face. I'm going to be right here. So if you have any questions about anything, you know, some of y'all might not value my opinion. That's fine. You know, that's cool. But I'm here to help. I'm letting y'all know I'm here to help. Ask Laramie Nelson. Ask the ones who are on here. You know, I tell them. When they send me something, I said, no, sir. Or yes, sir, that's a good song. I will tell them flat out, you know. So some people do value, you know, my opinion because they know I'm going to be honest. I'm going being honest right here, too. It's a lot of people in Southern Soul I do not like. I'm just being honest. Because of character flaws. I'm big on character. You don't have to kiss nobody's butt. You don't have to be obsequious. You don't have to be none of that with me. Just be yourself and just treat people right. That's it. Just treat people right. You don't have to get on here and brag about, you know, you're the first person that did this, or you got 9,000 songs and all that. So who cares? Don't nobody care about that because that turns people off. It turns women off. Men don't listen to it anyway. But women, when you start bragging about this and you got this and that turns women off. And these are older women on here. And they'll tell you, all you gotta do is look at the comments when y'all make them stupid comments. You know, when y'all start talking to poppycock and balderdash, they don't like none of that. They say, hey, where's the old you? Go back to being the old you. So it serves you no purpose to brag about nothing. If you're a good artist, remain a great artist. That's it. Help somebody else. Each one teach one. Because I'm telling y'all right now, we're already look. If you don't know, I put up a caption on my page where it had two blind guys. One was white and one was black. I hope y'all go to my page and look at that. Look at the black blind guy received no love at all. They didn't even help him. They didn't help him at all. But the white guy, they helped him. So we're already at a disadvantage. So let's not continue to disadvantage ourselves with each other. Let's not do that. Because you can't make nobody like you, but you can treat people with humility and respect. You can do that, and it goes a long way. That's what I'm all about. So just because somebody says you can't sing, they're not disrespecting you. They're giving you their opinion. And sometimes opinion can be proven to be factual. They can. I can qualify my opinion because I can start showing you stuff when there's two people in the building and 3 and 5, you know, that they're not coming to see you. But I don't want to result to that. But if I say you can't sing to me, just take it with a grain of salt and just say, hey, look, Kevin might not like my music, but I'm going to keep going. Don't quit. Just keep going. Maybe one day, Kevin, you might say, hey, Kevin, matter of fact, I have done that. It's been an artist. I ain't going to say his name. This artist has sung me at least about 8 songs. I said, no, sir. No, sir. He sent me one song about 2 weeks ago. I said, you know what? Now you got something. Now you got something. To me. Now you got something. You know, so he was ecstatic. He was elated. He was happy. You know, I said, man, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. If you're an artist, create. Continue to create. If you can't on your own, get with somebody else who can. I mean, because Chavonna says she's an artist. And I'm pretty sure a lot of them feel that way. A lot of my artists, they're going to help you. But don't quit for the ones who have talent. But some of y'all who don't have talent, I want you to quit. I said, I want you to quit because you didn't walk on the basketball team when I played. You didn't walk on, you had to try out. You had to get approval from the coaches or whatnot. You made the team. And if they all spoke in unison, said, no, Kevin, this ain't right for you. I mean, I walked off or the person walked off. They didn't get mad and say the coach is hating on them. They went to another camp. They went to AAU. They did all this stuff and they became better and they made the team next year. So that's my advice to you. Just because if like Chavonna said earlier, you know, you might get 10 no's before you get one yes. Just don't quit. But if you know in your heart of hearts that you're over here playing around, that you're actually residual, you causing some of these artists to get the residual effects of your non-talent, get out of the way. Please do that. Because I defend Southern Soul all the time where I go. People say, man, nobody want to listen to that. Them people can't sing. I said, well, now, hold on. You name me 5 R&B artists, and I name you 5 Southern Soul artists that can out sing them. Let's go. I tell them that because you do have talent over here. You do. But the problem is that when something is so easy to get into, if it's so easy to make the team, then there's really no standards. There's no gatekeepers. So it affects the genre as a whole. You know, sure, you still going to have the Sir Charles, the Pokies, the Tuckers, the Calvin Richardson, all of them, the cream of the crop, King George, the LG Echoes, G to them, they're going to always be up there. But that's only maybe 15 or 20 at the top, maybe 30. What about the other 9,000? They call themselves Southern Soul. So that's what we have to do. We have to help them. You know, we have to be honest with them. You have to be honest. Just be honest and no, man. No, that ain't gonna work. No, I can't be on no song with you. Just be honest. Just tell them, no, man, that ain't gonna work. Just be honest. So that's what I say. It's never no malice intended with K Young. Never. I might dislike you, you know, because of your character. I might not like your music, you know, but I don't dislike you as a person if you're a good person. I don't dislike you. You know, because I'm not gonna let you do nothing to me to make me dislike you because I won't be in your presence. I just won't. If you get to the point where I can't be in your presence, then we're gonna have a problem. So I will never let it get to a point where I don't want to be in your presence. You know, is there something about your character that stinks that I don't like openly in my presence? So that's just me. But that's my advice. I was on my soapbox. I just had to say that. But I really enjoyed the interview with Chavonna Adams. And you guys do me a favor, y'all go check out. But hey, I'm gonna play this show that's coming here at Temple. Hey, I want to see all y'all in Temple, Texas now. Chavonna, I want to see Chavonna here too now. If you can make it October 27th, I want to see all y'all here. All right, son. I'll see you later. But look, I'm gonna end this on this commercial. This show that's coming to Temple, Texas, and I'm gonna play her song again, and then my flag coming out. So y'all stay tuned next week. Mr. Willie Clayton coming on here. I'm telling you right now, if you ain't ate no dinner, you better eat dinner before 7 o'clock because it's gonna be on. And get y'all questions ready. Get your questions ready for Mr. Willie Clayton. Mr. Willie Clayton. It's a lot of stuff. I talked to him briefly, and I was like, wow, really? It's a lot of stuff that I didn't know that he told me in a 10-minute conversation. I'm like, damn, for real? So it's a lot of stuff y'all don't know about these artists. They just ain't popped up. They have worked with some mega stars out here, over here in Southern Soul. They've worked with some mega stars, man. So I want in the 10 to 15, 20 years, I you know, when I stop doing this stuff, I want my grandkids to know, oh yeah, I know Chavonna Adams. You know, she done blew up. I know, you know, Tucker James. I know Avell Hollywood. I know LJ because I used to deal with them. I've been knowing Sir Charles Jones. I've been listening to him when I was in the Army. You know, Sir Charles Jones was a man. You know, when I was even in the desert, I was listening to his shit over there. So I want to be able to say that, you know, on a positive note. I want to be able to say that in dealing with these artists because, like I said, we're a team over here. You know, it's just that on any team, there's got to be some leaders and there's got to be some followers. Everybody can't be no leader. You know, and stop saying, look, artists, I'm gonna tell y'all this right here, and that's the last thing I'm gonna say. Stop saying that nobody has an opinion about an artist's music or their performance if they're not an artist. That is the most dumbest shit I ever heard. When you got somebody who's paying, you got a paying customer. You mean tell me a paying customer? Okay, so for instance, everybody watch basketball and football, right? So do you have to be a referee to say that's a bad call? You have to be on the court, say, oh, that was a bad call? No, you don't, because you're watching, you're a spectator. So stop saying that. Stop thinking that since you're an artist that nobody can have an opinion about your music, how it sounds, how you perform on stage, especially when they're a spectator and they're looking and their opinion, you know. So take that as constructive criticism, you know, or just, you know, you cannot take it at all if you want to, but you want people to come. You have a product. You want these people to come and purchase your product. you know, and you should want these fans to love you because, like I said, music is another form of, it's another language. It's another language. It's another language. If you put a song on and walk out of the room, Lenny Williams, I love you, and you love that man or woman, you just say, hey, I'm gonna leave you with this song and walk out. He know exactly what you're talking about. You don't have to say nothing. It's another form of language. So I appreciate everybody coming off the record faithfully every Wednesday, 7 o'clock. I appreciate you. You know, so any fans want to come on here, and y'all want to come on, y'all want to co-host my show, and you're serious, don't get on here with nonsense. Because you get on here with nonsense, that's what you're gonna get right here. I'm gonna tell you right now. Any artist come on here, anybody come on here, that's what they're gonna get right here. Y'all hold on for 1 second. I had to download this. This is pretty funny. Y'all down what? This is right here. You're gonna get this right here.
That's a fifth floor problem.
Not in my house. No. Not today.
That's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get the Ken Baker combo. Not in my house. Don't come on here with that. So, but so what do y'all think about Chavonna Adams coming on here co-hosting one day? What do y'all think about that? I think that'll be cool. I think she has a vocabulary, she has a persona, you know, and I think she has the attitude, you know, to offer some to other artists. I don't give a damn if she's been on here for 6 months. I don't care. But you know, you can't deny talent. You can't deny it, you know, and there's no substitution for talent. You can't substitute talent. You can get up here. If you can't sing, you can get up there and kickbox all you want to. You can get up and do some push-ups. You can do North Carolina and flip your tie around your head. But the thing is right here, when people come to a show, 9 times out of 10, they want to hear your voice. They want to hear you sing because that's what they hear on the radio. You can't put talent on the radio. You can't put a performance on the radio. You can put music on the radio, and that's what people come out and hear. They want to hear your music, you know. So that's my spiel right there. But look, let me go and play this commercial right quick. But I really appreciate you guys coming on. But make sure next week that y'all tune in, man. Mr. Willie Clayton coming on here. I am really honored to have Mr. Willie Clayton. Then look, I talked to TK Soul. Y'all know TK Soul got a book out. You know what he told me? He told me I got to read his book first before he come on my podcast. So I know I'm reading in about an hour and a half. I'm gonna make sure I read his whole book. So once I read his book, then the questions I'm gonna ask him in his book. So he should have told me that. So he gonna send me his book. I'm gonna read his book, and within 2 hours, I'm gonna read that whole book. I'm so okay, Mr. TK Soul, I'm ready for you. But look, let me play this commercial. But look, y'all tune in next week, and thank y'all again for tuning in. And y'all make sure y'all share this podcast. If you missed it, you can go on my YouTube page. I post all the videos on. I think I got about 68 on there now. I'm gonna upload this one tonight. I got about 68 videos, so you can go from the bottom to the top and look at all the interviews I've done. But I like this interview right here with Miss Chavonna Adams. I love the interview. I just love her calmness, and I love her demeanor, and I love her professionalism. You know, that's what it's all about. So look, I'll see y'all next week. But let me play this commercial right quick. Chavonna, I'll see you and give me a call.
Hit Nation and K-Young Production presents the Central Texas Soul Fest, starring the King of Swing, Taka, Midnight Star, with TK Soul, J Morris Group,
She said I'm BD, baby.
West Love, Mr. Smoke, plus Jeff Floyd, and Dee Dee Simon. The Central Texas Soul Fest, Saturday, October 28th at the MLK Festival Grounds, 301 South 4th Street, Temple, Texas. Midnight Star, TK Soul, J Morse Group, West Love, Mr. Smoke, Jeff Floyd, and Dee Dee Simon. Gates open at 12 noon, showtime 3 p.m. until. Coolers $10, soap glass containers, tents welcome. For info and vendor space, call 254-768-1334. For tickets, go to eventbrite.com.
All right, that's it. See y'all next week. Y'all take care and be safe out there.
Hey, it's off the record. It's